Welcome everybody to the Jack of All Trivia Innergeekdom division for another match today. We've got a good one, a little bit of a grudge match, I guess. It's been a strange development, but these guys both have similar records coming in and talking a lot of trash. Well, one of them talking a lot of trash, the other one studying like crazy. We'll see if it paid off. But before I get to introducing those guys, let's go to my co-host, my partner in crime, Kane, Stock Footage McMillan. What's up, buddy? How's it going?
Not much at all. Had a little film shoot earlier today. A little tired. But yeah, there's nothing better than a good trivia to end your night.
Absolutely. Let's just say this is probably my favorite part of tonight. I had a frustrating lead up to it, and I'm going to take it out on these guys. So with that, let's go ahead and jump to the interviews. First off, let's go to the higher ranked competitor here. Let's go to Jim, so El Lobo Green. How you doing, buddy? How you feeling about this match going into somebody who, I guess, like is lower ranked than you, but also has been studying as hard as he has?
It feels good. Clearly, I'm gonna win because Kane has given me the answer, so that I'm just gonna make it look good for the camera. But and obviously, because I'm wearing an Avengers shirt and Nico is not, so I feel like that gives me.
Doctor Strange.
Nobody even liked that movie, so it's okay. This is an actual good movie that made money. That movie didn't make any money, so it's obviously not as good. But if this has been a long time in the making, a lot of jabs and yeah, so it feels good for this match to finally happen after I don't know how many months we've been waiting for it. So yeah, I'm running out of stuff to say and I'm starting to stutter, so I'll send it back to you there, Caleb.
All right, good stuff. So there you heard it. A little bit of that ex-heel coming out, it seems like. Definitely talking some trash to more the admins than to Nico. So that's
Hashtag reformed. Hashtag reformed.
And with that, let's throw it over to his opponent, Nico Suave Regoli, the Cosmic Nightfury. How you feeling, man? What's going on?
I feel exhausted because I've been staring at screens for like 2 weeks straight, pausing movies and unpausing them and writing the most minimal stuff down because I did not want to get caught with my pants down in terms of plot-related questions. And then I spent like the entire day writing down directors, scores, and years from various franchises. And like I feel like I've gotten to the point where like if I had an encyclopedia of every answer to every question possible to this division, I would not retain any of the information. It would just like go straight to my eyeballs and then away because I've pushed myself so hard to prepare for this match. And in terms of why this is a grudge match, this just goes back to like when we were still in the Schmo Bros film nerd days, where it was the Wild Wild West, and I was the outgoing guy who got a lot of opportunities, and he was the guy who was struggling to be available for those opportunities, and he was like, I don't know whether he was taking his frustrations with the admins out on me because I was getting a lot of chances. But I promise that once this match is done, we will squash our beef. But for now, I've put so much pressure on myself that I need this. I need this win.
So going into this, are you confident or are you just like nervous as hell? Because you seem nervous.
I have the Blue Lantern ring on, so there's part of me that's maintaining hope. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm fucking nervous.
Okay. All right. So this will be interesting. At least we got one nice guy on this panel, though. I guess in this match, I should say, because Kane's also pretty nice, I guess, sometimes. But that being said, a respectful interview, but also a very nervous Nightfury is what we have here against a very cocky El Lobo. So with that, I think we'll just get straight into the introductions. Introducing first, representing Omega Kappa, Atomic Nation, New Kensington, Pennsylvania, and anyone who's not afraid to shoot for the stars. With a record of 0-1, his strengths are Star Wars, pro wrestling, and kicking people in the face. He is the Cosmic Nightfury, Nico Suave Regoli.
Let's get the show on the road.
And his opponent, representing the Alpha Alliance, with a record of 1-1. His strengths are MCU, Harry Potter, and always being mad at the admins. He is Jim El Lobo Green.
Let's get the road on the show.
Let's do it. All right, guys. Round number 1 will work like this. You'll get 8 questions from randomly selected categories in the Innergeekdom. Once you hear the question, you'll get 15 seconds to write your answer down on your piece of paper or whiteboard. I believe you both got whiteboard, so piece of paper is irrelevant. Once that 15 seconds is up, please show your answer and always also verbalize the answer. Incorrect there's no penalty for missing. Each correct answer is worth 1 point, and there's no stealing in round 1. Kane is going to administer your first 3 questions, but did everything I say make sense?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Then let's get it on. Kane, take it away.
Yes, sir. Your first question comes from the realm of Star Wars. What is the name of the blue elephant-looking band leader who provided the music in Jabba's palace in Return of the Jedi?
Love this guy. Fantastic musician. He's the reason I got into music.
Yeah, this guy alone.
Yep. I mean, he's my hero.
He is everyone's hero.
You gotta love Blue Elephant Muppets. It's just like a fact of life. 5,
Yes.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right, let's go to our 17th ranked competitor, Jim Green.
I should be higher than 17, but I didn't get it.
And
Didn't pull it.
the Cosmic Nightfury who wears a ring pop. What do
So
you have?
if this is wrong, this is another musician in Star Wars, but Max Rebo.
Oh man, I'm sorry, but that's actually correct for 1 point, and you have taken the lead.
Nicely done. Early lead here for the nervous Nightfury.
Yes, sir. All right, the next question is in a realm that I think both competitors know pretty well, and that is the Wizarding World. What does Harry hide in Tom Riddle's diary when he gives it back to Lucius Malfoy in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets?
I was going to make a joke about, or I was going to ask you if you'd ever done something sort of like this, but that would have given away the answer. 5, 4,
You might be right, but
3,
you own a diary?
2, 1. I never have. I can't say as I have.
I don't
Time
think
is
I have
up.
either. All right, let's go to the Cosmic Nightfury.
You know what? I'm actually going to give you a visual aid. A sock.
We have to see it on the whiteboard.
It's a sock.
Okay, just making sure we don't have any
That's
genre.
correct.
roles. And Jim.
A black sock. Slavery is bad.
It is accurate and correct.
All right, the next question comes from the world of the MCU. What language does Wong ask Stephen Strange if he knows when he is recommending books to him in the library in Doctor Strange? Do you think Nico can pull this one wearing a Doctor Strange t-shirt?
I mean, I think it's possible. It's definitely a fun language to say. I enjoy referencing this language, but I have no idea about it,
Yes.
anything about it.
You know what else is a fun language? I think Klingon.
Klingon's very fun. Also, the Uruk-hai language is super fun too. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens are down.
All right, let's go back to the 17th ranked competitor, Jim Green.
I just said Mandarin.
That would make sense, but it doesn't make sense in the movie, so no.
Incorrect.
And Nico.
I also said Mandarin, but spelled it correctly.
That is also incorrect. She comes from the world of the DC.
Wait, what was the answer?
The correct answer was Sanskrit.
Ah,
Yes, Sanskrit.
Good old backwards writing.
All right. The next question comes from the world of the DCEU. What Watchmen actor played Henry Allen, Barry's father, in 2017's Justice League?
Whose father? Who'd you say?
Henry Allen.
No, whose father?
Barry.
Oh, Barry. You said
Yeah.
okay. My bad. Okay, you've stuttered. Shut up.
Jeez. All right. Here we go. Gotta say, not a fan of that Justice League. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
All right, Nico. Did you pull it?
don't have it.
Oh, Jim.
Neither do I.
We were looking for Dr. Manhattan himself, Billy Crudup.
Yeah, I knew it was the blue one. I just didn't have. I had no idea who that
Here's
was.
the blue one.
All right, so
That's
after 4 questions, we have in the lead the Nightfury, Cosmic, Nico at 2 points, and Jim at 1.
All right. So Nico maintaining that lead, a 1 point lead. Let's see what happens in round number 2 when they don't get things that are their strengths. Or not round number 2, the second half of round 1. I apologize. All right. Second half starts with question number 5 is in the category of video game movies. In Lara Croft Tomb Raider, what does Lara fight in her home in the first scene of the film?
What is a video game movie you'd like to see?
Like to see made or
Just like to see made.
That's a good question. I'd like to see a Duke Nukem. That'd be a lot of fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And we're gonna go, I believe, back to Nico. Was it Nico or was it Jim?
No, Jim.
Jim, I apologize. Jim.
I said a reanimated dead body.
Ooh, incorrect. And Nico.
And I put a federal agent.
Ooh, also incorrect. The correct answer was a robot. She fights a robot in
That's
her home.
not Tomb Raider-y.
Something
God damn
Nico likes to
Yeah.
call me for some reason.
Of course, the female Indiana Jones movie has robots in it.
Of course. I will say that first movie is like pretty decent in terms of bringing the video game action to the movie, but it's story-wise nothing makes sense. All right, question number 6 now is in the category of scores and soundtracks.
Oh,
Scores and soundtracks. Here we go. What industrial metal band wrote and played the song Anything But This from the soundtrack of Resident Evil? You a fan of these guys, Kane? I've actually seen them live like 3 times.
You know, I'm going to be completely honest. I have no clue who these guys are.
That's incredible. Well, I guess you are young. You weren't around in the late 90s, early 2000s when they were huge.
I mean, I was around,
5,
but I wasn't able to
4,
comprehend it.
3. Yeah, I doubt your parents let you listen to them. Pens down. All right, let's go now to Nico.
Slipknot?
Ooh, incorrect, but close. Jim.
I said Anthrax.
Well, they do have an X at the end of their name, but that's incorrect. The correct answer was Static X. Static X.
Static X. Okay.
Perhaps
I
I should
heard
have
someone
said
talking about
obsessed
Scott
with
Ian
Wisconsin.
today, so Scott Ian was in my head, so had
Ah,
to say Anthrax.
good stuff. Although they're more thrash than industrial, but yeah, I got you. Cool. All right, your next question. Question number 7, I believe. Yeah, 7. It is in the category of Star Trek. What That 70s Show actor played the president of the Galactic Federation in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country?
I was not around in the 70s.
Me neither. From this show, they were pretty good times, I guess.
I guess. I mean, not as good as the 1700s, but
Yes, indeed. 5, 4. Did you ever see 3? The spinoff, That 80s Show. It was terrible.
Never even knew that existed.
All right, pens down. Going back to Jim.
The only adult in that 70s show I could think of their name, Tommy Chong.
Oh, incorrect. Not that adult. And to Nico.
Red Foreman.
That's the character. Yes, the actor we were looking for though is Kurtwood Smith.
Yeah, I figured it was Red Foreman. I just had no idea. I couldn't remember Kurtwood Smith at all.
Yep, that's his name. All right. So not a whole lot of action in the second half here. Moving on to now Middle Earth. The category is Middle Earth.
Robert, help me.
Question 8. When the Fellowship is under attack in the Mines of Moria, Boromir says they have a what while holding the door shut in the Fellowship of the Ring?
If you could see Robert in the Middle Earth, where would what do you think his name would still be Robert, or would it be something funky like Roberto?
I don't know how funky Roberto is, but yeah, I think it'd be something slightly different, and he'd definitely be the son of somebody with a really strange name. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. All right, so we're going to Nico.
They have a dragon?
Ooh, that's incorrect. And Jim.
I said army. I have no idea. I'm sorry, Robert.
Oh man. All right, so the correct
answer.
The correct answer was cave troll. They have a cave troll.
I knew it was I knew it was some sort of animal, something type of thing, but I didn't want to waste a repeat on it.
Yep. That's cool. Yeah. He says it right before it basically comes busting through the door, and then does the whole trying to kill everyone thing.
Does cave troll things?
Yep. Stabs Frodo with a spear, all that fun stuff. What did your board say, Nico?
It said 1, 2. I was just I just realized I was in mirror mode on my camera, so I was trying to fix it.
Interesting. All right, yeah. So the score after round 1 is still 2-1. Nico in the lead. Not a good round for round 1 for either of them, but Nico's still winning. So still anybody's game going into round 2. And round 2 is going to work like this. Each competitor will spin the wheel that Kane has so kindly pulled up over there, and then that'll land on a category. If they don't like it the first time, they can choose to spin again, but they must stick with what it lands on that second spin. Once the category has been chosen, they will get 4 questions from that category. Each correct answer is worth 2 points, or they can check the multiple choice, which brings the point total down to 1 point. There is stealing in this round, so if you miss, opponents, be ready there with the steal. Everybody make sense?
Yes.
All right, cool. Nico, since you're in the lead, you can choose whether you'd like to go first or second.
I'm going to go first.
He's going to spin first. So with that, Kane, take that spin away.
Yes, it is spinning. It is spinning. It is spinning, and it lands on the player's choice.
Player's choice. Oh boy.
Do you need a list of the categories, Nico?
No, I see him. So I thought about this.
Gonna need
You
an
know
answer
what?
in 5.
I'm gonna take Harry Potter.
He's taking
Oh,
Harry Potter. This is a dangerous game that he is trying to play. And I believe I am issuing your questions for you.
that's correct.
I am not comfortable with that.
Would you rather me give them to Jim?
No, I'd rather Caleb read them to me.
Well, sorry. Your first question in Harry Potter is, what is the name of the centaur that saved Harry in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Guap, B, Firenze, C, Aberforth, or D, Hines?
Firenze.
That is correct for 1 point.
1 point there for the Nightfury.
All right. Your next question is, what assumed name did Gellert Grindelwald go under for the majority of Fantastic Beasts and where to find them?
Oh joy, the one movie I didn't watch. Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Credence Barebone, B, Henry Shaw, C, Percival Graves, or D, Jacob Kowalski?
Repeat the choices.
Is it A, Credence Barebone, B, Henry Shaw, C, Percival Graves, or D, Jacob Kowalski?
Percival is that name that he's mispronouncing. Percival Graves.
Is it A?
Credence Barebone is incorrect.
Percival Graves.
That is correct for 1 point.
1 point steal there for Jim.
Your next question is, which character blew up their feather as they were learning Wingardium Leviosa in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone?
Is it Seamus?
Yes.
That is correct for 2 points.
Big 2 points for Nico there.
See, it seemed
Why
like
would
too
you make-
obvious. It seemed way too obvious, so I had to think.
In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, what does Professor Lupin give to Harry to help him recover from the Dementor attacks on the Hogwarts Express?
Chocolate.
That is correct for another 2 points.
Another big 2 points there.
Why did he give him chocolate?
It's to make him happy.
It helps with his nerves or something like that.
It's because when the Dementors suck your soul out, it makes you extremely depressed. So chocolate's supposed to make you happy, you know?
Oh, there you go. All right.
From the Harry Potter expert, Jim Green.
Yes, indeed.
All right.
All right. So with that, the score now is as follows. After Nico's round 2, Nico managed to get 5 points in that round, but gave up a 1 point steal. So now it is 7-2. It's a chance for Jim to come back here on his spin.
All right. Jim, your spin is in. And it lands on. Oh my goodness.
Oh no!
Opponent's choice.
Oh no!
Oh, this feels good. We're gonna go with Star Trek.
Oh, worst case scenario here for Jim. Going with Star Trek. All right. So, Jim, 4 questions from the category of Star Trek for you. Your first question here is, what is the name of the ship that is sabotaged by Montgomery Scott in Star Trek 3 and captained by Hikaru Sulu in Star Trek 6?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, the USS Reliant, B, the USS Grissom, C, the USS Kelvin, or D, the USS Excelsior?
Can you repeat the options?
You got it? Is it A, USS Reliant, B, the USS Grissom, C, the USS Kelvin, or D, the USS Excelsior? My favorite of Stan Lee's catchphrases. Or I guess catchwords? Whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Gotta give you 5, 4,
D.
3. That is correct for 1 point. Staying alive here.
What was the correct answer?
The
Excelsior.
USS Excelsior.
Ah,
It was yeah, never mind. It doesn't matter. We'll move on now to question number 2. In the alternate timeline Star Trek films, what actor played the role of Christopher Pike? The captain who recruited Kirk. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
Okay. You jerk. In the alternate timeline Star Trek films, what actor played the role of Christopher Pike, the captain who recruited James Kirk?
Multiple choice.
All right. Is it A, Bruce Greenwood?
Fuck, Bruce Greenwood.
B, yep. Okay. That's correct for 1 point.
Oh, fuck.
All right. Question 3. How does the crew of the HMS Bounty go back in time in Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home?
Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choices. A, did they go through a Borg wormhole? B, did they use a chronoton drive? C, did they slingshot around the sun? Or D, was it just a freak accident?
The sun.
That's correct. For 1 point. Keeping it alive here, keeping it close. If he hits this one, he can tie it up here. Question 4. Your question 4 is, what character from the Star Trek franchises was played by Mark Leonard in the original series and Ben Cross in the new J.J. Abrams series? I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right. What character from the Star Trek franchises was played by Mark Leonard in the original series and Ben Cross in the new series?
Five, 4, 3.
Just give me multiple choice. I know the answer. I just can't. I don't want to take a chance I pronounce it wrong.
Is it A, Cybok, B, Sarek, C,
It's Sarek.
Savick, or D, Senva?
It's Sarek.
That's correct.
Fucking knew it was Sarek too. God damn it.
Wow. All right. So that opponent's choice didn't work out the best way for Nico, but he's still got a lead. Keeping it, but Jim came back, keeping it within 1 with that freaking, I don't know what that was. He maneuvered very masterfully through that opponent's choice category. So the score is now 7-6 in favor of Nico going into round 3, and round 3 will work like this. Each competitor will get 2 quotes if it comes down to it. We'll read you a quote from a movie that is in the Innergeekdom. You will then have to name the character, the actor, and the movie that quote came from. The actor and the character are worth 1 point. The movie is worth 3 points. If you have trouble on your first quote, you can ask for one of the answers as a clue, but you will then sacrifice those points. And on the second one, you will double your the score that you got from your first quote, but you must hit all 3 answers correctly. Make sense?
Yep.
All right. So, Nico, since you are still in the lead, I'm going to go ahead and get from you. Do you want your quotes from set 1 or set 2?
Set 2.
You want set 2. Okay. So that means that Jim will be getting his quotes from set number 1, and I will be reading your quotes for you. And since you're behind, you're going first. So your first quote here, Jim, is, "We're headed to the front. We're probably going to die. This is a terrible idea." Keep
Jim
in mind, I
still has
believe.
one repeat.
Yep. And we're going 5, 4, 3,
Can I get the
1.
character?
He wants the character. All right. Your character is Steve Trevor.
God damn it. It's Chris Pine in Wonder Woman.
That's correct for 4 points. Which
Puts him up at 10.
puts him up to 10 and throws it back to Nico here. And Kane will be reading Nico's questions. Gosh darn it.
All right, Nico, your quote is, "You've been taught how to duel that. You have been taught how to duel, I presume. First we bow to each other. Come now, Harry."
Lord Voldemort, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of no. Goblet of Fire. Excuse me. And
5, 4,
I'm not going to get the actor.
3, 2.
So
Okay, that's it. Final answer.
yeah,
It's Ralph Fiennes.
Then
So,
that would be correct for 4 points.
Rafe finds. So back to a 1-point game. Nico takes the lead. That is correct. It was Lord Voldemort, Rafe finds, and Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So that throws it back to Jim, who has to hit all 3 of these here to take back the lead.
Do I have a repeat left? Did I save my repeat, or did I just ask?
Yes,
for
you
the-
still have it.
You did.
Okay.
Yep. You still got 1 repeat left. You asked for the clue.
That's right.
All right. So to throw it back to Nico and take the lead, your quote is, "Sometimes when I get mad, I tend to explode." I do kind of love these line readings. Like I get to do like my own little spin on them. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. One day, you never know. You might become an actor.
Here's hoping. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
What? Okay, a repeat. His final repeat there. And your quote is, "Sometimes when I get mad, I tend to explode."
You know, that one seems a little bit more energetic. Maybe for the future, I might want you to be like, I want you to just capitalize the screen, man. Just take over.
All right, there you go, man. All right, never let it be said that I don't take direction well. All right, 5, 4. Is Jim there?
Yeah, he's there.
2. Okay.
I don't know.
1. That's it. And your winner, Nico Suave Regoli.
oh, thank you.
The answer we were looking for was Bomb, played by Danny McBride in the Angry Birds movie.
Oh.
Here we go.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So let's go to Kane. What were your final thoughts and give the last score rundown?
Yeah, our final score by 1 point is 11-10. I think at the end of the day, round one hurt these competitors, and essentially, round one ended by a 1 point game, and the game ended by a 1 point game. If the competitors could have done a little bit better, we could be looking at a different game completely.
Absolutely.
But with that said, this puts Nico up at 1-1, and I think he's on the verge of trying to climb up the Innergeekdom rankings to make a name for himself. I think Nico has proven that he wants Innergeekdom to be, I guess, this league that he wants to run, and I think he pulled off a really good performance. Him going Harry Potter in the second round, that is a dangerous move because if he gets any wrong, Jim is right there to steal. And that makes it very interesting, especially with, this man has talked about in the past how he's very big into Star Wars and the MCU and chose not to go with them. I don't know if Harry Potter was a proving point that he is getting better, or if it's just, maybe Harry Potter is a secret strength now. So I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with everything you said. There was a very interesting strategy going with Harry Potter. I'm sure we'll hear about that in the interviews, but that's taking nothing away from Jim here, who had just the worst luck. I mean, if you look at it, Nico got player's choice, and then he hit opponent's choice, and still Nico only won by 1 point.
Yeah,
Jim is obviously not to be taken lightly here. That performance was fantastic. I obviously it wasn't the best that they could have given, I'm sure. But they, especially in that round one, 2-1 is not a great score. But this match, I feel like these guys were very evenly matched. And if luck hadn't been on Nico's side the way it was, I think we'd have a very different outcome here.
That is very, very true. In the past few matches, even with Sandy and Robert, the wheel has been very one-sided lately. And it's kind of surprising. I don't know if wheeldecide.com has actually been starting to watch Jack of All Trivia. Therefore, they have favorites now. I really don't know. But if you are, maybe Tim's promotions have finally been paying off.
maybe. But with those thoughts, let's go ahead, and I'm gonna let Kane do these interviews this time. So let's throw it to our triumphant winner today.
It pains me to say this because I love Jim so much, but Nico, you are our winner today. You're 1-1. There's a lot of questions I can ask you. Actually, I have a lot of questions actually. First question is, why Harry Potter? You're wearing a Doctor Strange t-shirt and you're wearing a Star Wars hat. Why did you decide to go down to
and a Blue Lantern ring
and just try to run that?
Well, if anyone remembers the first match of this season of the Schmodown, Rachel Cushing, she got comic book movies on the wheel, and from that point on, Mike Kalinowski could not catch up, and he was out. So it was basically just her versus JTE from there on out. I figured if I got Player's Choice or if I got Harry Potter, I'm going to take it. And if I can't get these answers, I can at least bring them down to multiple choice and eliminate Jim's chances of racking up some big points with the steals. So
it was more strategic.
Yes, it was a strategic move. Take away his strength and try to make the most of it. And it worked out for me as best as it could, given the circumstances. He did get a steal, but I got 2 points each on both of the last questions. And to mention the wheel, there's an alternate universe version of me who's crying right now and probably jumped out the window like a disgraced samurai because I chose to go second, and then he got spinner's choice, and then I got opponent's choice. And he probably put me with scores and soundtracks, and I would have gotten nothing. This truly was a very, very lucky game for me. I won't deny that, but I'm happy. There was some strategy involved too. I'm happy it paid off.
Yeah. So the next question is, what happened? What are you going to do if you get into a scenario where, let's say, you're playing someone do the skills of like a Robert Parker, where pretty much almost any category on that wheel is a strength. Anything you have idea for that?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I play someone like that because listen, I've gone that route before of like picking up a win or two and then immediately challenging the champion. And the first time I tried that, it did not work out for me. Anyone who goes all the way back to film nerd TV days, there's visual proof that like I tried that once and it worked horribly for me. So with this, I'm gonna slowly climb up the ladder. I'm gonna keep studying. I'm gonna keep filling in the gaps that are pretty much obvious to everyone, including myself, that I have, because I want to be taken seriously. I've won gold in wrestling. I finally got a win in another division outside of wrestling, and I want to make a run here. I want to make a run in the Innergeekdom. I want to show that I can be strong in a movie-centered division, and today proves that I have potential. Whether or not I live up to it, that remains to be seen, but I have potential.
All right, the last question I have for you. With you being 1-1 now, is there anyone you'd like to call up? Because I know you like doing call outs, so you just want to call someone out right now?
That third round with Jake Marangoni still haunts me. I didn't really understand round 3 that well at the time. I rushed. I wasn't patient, and I blew it. I blew it. I got TKO'd when I had a perfect chance to at least get some points on the board, and I didn't choose to use one of my hints, and it ended in 11-9. I feel like if we run that back, if I do differently what I did then, I might stand a chance. So I might win. Yes, I'd like to face Jake Marangoni one more time.
Man, I don't know how I feel about you calling out all these Alpha Alliance members, but you know what? I think Jake is a man who will take on any challenge, and you know what? I think he's looking for another match, so can't speak for him, but he might be into it.
I also got to outdo him in terms of intros because in his most recent appearance, he had a kick-ass intro, and I can't rest on Be a Man by Mulan. I got to step up my game in there too.
That's very true. It's going to be a battle of the promos, battle of the intros, but I have to end our interview here and go to our unfortunate loser who absolutely 100% got screwed by the wheel. Again, the website is called wheeldecide.com. I'm going to immediately start looking for another wheel company because it's just not right when you screw one of our faction members. But Jim, anything you want to say? Like, I mean, you got Star Trek, and you still put up, 4 points? You got them all right?
Yeah, and even then, I knew Bruce Greenwood, and I knew Sarek. I just wasn't 100%. I just didn't want to risk not getting any points on them, so I went to multiple choice, and I immediately knew both. Yeah, there's not much I can do when literally I didn't even get to spin the wheel basically. So yeah, not much I can do about just losing to the wheel again. And then Nico picking the right number in the third round because I knew I would have gotten 5 points on the Harry Potter one, obviously, and I should have known Steve Trevor, but yeah, it was just really unlucky for me all around.
All right, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Nico. Anyone you want to call out? You've moved down to 1 and 2, but I mean, you win another game, you're at 500, and you can start moving up the ranks. We have 2 members right now in the top 10 that are 2 and 2. So with that being said, like you're not out of it. Anyone you want to call out?
I'd like to call out, if the records are close enough, the former number 15 ranked competitor in the Innergeekdom division. He recently got a win, and I think it could be a time for a little bit of dual monitor Civil War, and I'd like to play stock footage Kane in my next match.
I think we can probably get a hold of him. Stock footage is in here today, so I can't give my voice for them. But I mean, it'd definitely be an interesting matchup. Since I don't think the match with him and Haven is going to happen. So be very interesting. And be a little bit of an Alpha Alliance like civil war that seems to be going
Which
on.
seems to be very popular these days, especially at the top of the division. So Chance and Robert can hold down the top of it, and then the former 15th ranked competitor stock footage and myself can hold down towards the bottom of that, more towards top 20.
Yeah, and
I think it'd be a fun match, and hopefully I would actually get a category I can that isn't just gonna screw me over on the wheel.
And I want to just quickly update you. It's not formally ranked 15 competitor. He's actually at 15 again, so it's still a 15th ranked competitor.
Which is we should have expected that coming from stock footage, who is the the current 15th ranked competitor. I don't know if anyone watching has been notified of that, but as somebody that is below 15, I want to shoot for the stars and challenge the 15th ranked competitor there.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I think that's a match that we could definitely see in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna send this over to Mashed Potatoes himself. Any thoughts?
All right, those are some interesting interviews, to say the least. Apparently, just everybody's calling out the Alpha Alliance, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that we have 2 call-outs within the Alpha Alliance. I mean,
yeah,
like. Hey, it has nothing to do with factions. I just want a win back that I feel like I let go way too easily.
Yeah, I understand. We'll settle all our talking during Game of Factions. That is for sure. But yeah.
Yes, indeed. But in terms of this match, it was really good. Like, I don't know if I'm surprised by that, but I thought it was a lot of fun. And these guys, I don't think either of them got necessarily strengths, and they both like equated themselves well. And just it came down to round 3, and just a movie that I assume Jim hasn't seen. And if he has, I feel sorry for him. I mean, I've seen it like twice, but that's because I've got a niece and nephew that are that age.
Yes, I'm not one of the 12 people that have seen Angry Birds.
There you go.
I actually saw Angry Birds, and I was like trying to figure out.
Okay, I'm sorry, 13 people that have seen Angry Birds.
There you go. Angry Bird fam over here. What's up? Yeah, but it was I had a lot of fun with this match. I enjoyed watching these guys. And I think both of those matches could be good ones to see. I mean, we'll have to see what happens with Jake. I believe he called somebody else out that wasn't Nico, so we'll see how that goes.
And I think he also called out someone from the Alpha Alliance.
I believe he did, yeah.
I don't even remember who he called.
Everybody calls out the Alpha Alliance. I mean, when you're called Alpha, I guess you're everybody else is chasing you. But with that, I think we're good unless Kane has any final thoughts there on the match or those interviews or anything else.
Yeah, I got a message from stock footage. He said that he is down to play El Lobo whenever, just because he likes playing trivia and he likes Jim. So
news from the other screen.
Yeah.
Wow, good stuff. All right, sweet. So with that, let's go around the horn and do our plugs. Let's go first to our triumphant winner, Nico the Nico the Cosmic Nightfury, Suave Regoli. Tell the people where they can find you, chat with you, watch your videos, and all that stuff if you would want them to.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nico Suave Regoli. Much like you, I don't use my Twitter very often, but I should probably do that more. Also, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram at Jack of All Trivia. You can find me here. This match is going up on a Thursday, so this will technically be my first out of 4 matches in 5 consecutive nights, because this Saturday we got the Faction 4-Way, Alpha Alliance, Atomic Nation, NWO, and Apocalypse taking on each other in all 5 divisions. And then afterwards, the day after that, we got the Arrowverse match finally. Finally, that's happening. And then the night after that, Mr. Stock Footage. You and I have a date in Jukebox, I believe.
Oh shit, that's that close.
Yeah, and I haven't studied much for it, so it's
Neither have I.
okay. We're both gonna suck. We're both gonna suck. The audience is gonna be entertained, but it'll be worth it.
All right, good stuff. Lots of so you're gonna be seeing lots of that guy's face and hearing lots about his channels and stuff at the end. And with that, let's throw it over to our unfortunate loser today, Jim Green, the man of the second screen. He hasn't looked at us since he lost because he's that angry. Tell the people where they can find you and hear your ramblings about how the administration screwed you again.
On the second screen here and in the pit of misery.
Okay. No plugs. He's just he's that angry. All right, sweet. All right, now my partner in crime, Kane McMillan, the Hurricane. Tell the people where to find you.
You can find me on, I believe, Saturday when the Alpha Alliance wins the Game of Factions match. And then Sunday when I beat Nico in the Arrowverse match. And then Monday when I lose to Nico because I feel like he's hustling me in Jukebox.
Oh, geez, they're going to have 3 in a row together. This is going to be fun. Atomic Nation, I guess.
What the fuck?
All right. And okay, yeah, sweet. And then I was your host tonight, Caleb Mashed Potatoes Hansen. You can find me on Facebook at Caleb H or on Twitter at the Caleb Hansen, but I never tweet anything but Jack of All Trivia. So really just follow Jack of All Trivia on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Comment, like, subscribe, all that crap you're supposed to say at the end of YouTube videos. And as always, Jim's walked away. That's Nico. That's Kane. I'm Mashed Potatoes. There he is. That's
I'm
Jim.
back.
I'm Mashed Potatoes. Peace out.